Hello students, today we'll discuss the computer system overview. This chapter will start today. Okay, so first we'll discuss the different components of the computer system. Different components in the sense major two components are there. One is hardware and one is software. What is hardware? The physical electronic components of computer are called hardware. Example, keyboard, CPU, monitor, printer, etc. That is physical components means which one can be touched. Okay, that is we can touch it. CPU we can touch, monitor we can touch, that is called the hardware. Okay, it is the physical components. Another one is the software. That means these are the set of instructions and programs that govern the working of computer. The computer work can be controlled by the help of software only. If we write the correct code, then only the computer will means run. That's why the major two components are, one is hardware and software. Okay, next we'll start some basic computer organizations. Computer organization refers to logical structure of a computer describing how its components are connected to each other. These are the computer organizations, how they affect one another's functioning and contributes to overall performance of the computers. Computers, as you must be knowing, following the principle IPO principle they are following. What is IPO? Input, process and output. Data will be entered, after that processing will be there, then after that output will come. Okay, that means input, process and output. So first components will discuss what is input unit. An input unit takes the input and convert it into binary form so that it can be understood by the computer. That is called the input unit. Okay, data can be entered by the help of some devices. That devices are known as input units or input devices. Let us take some examples. Some examples we will just take it. One is keyboard. Keyboard is that means it is just like a typewriter and is used to type in the letters, digits and commands. Okay, these are the functions of the keyboards. Next one will see, that is called mouse. It is a pointing device with either a roller on its base or some laser mechanisms. So it controls movement of pointer, which is known as mouse pointer on the screen. Okay, next one is the microphone, or we can say it is a mic. We can send sound input to computer through a special input device called the microphone, or mic in short we can say MIC, mic. So it converts the sound received into computer's format, which is called that is the digitalized, okay, sound or digital audio. So it converts the sound and that means we can, after that only we can hear it. Okay, next one we can discuss about the output units. So what is output units? An output unit converts the output in binary form to human readable form. That means the data after processing, after inputting the data, then after that processing work will be done, then only we can get the data. So that can be possible by using the help of output devices or output units. So let us give some examples. The first example is monitor, or we can say it is a screen. It is the most common form of output from a computer. Okay, it is a common device. We can say it is a common output devices. It displays the information in a similar way to shown on a television screen, and the picture on monitor is made up of thousands of tiny colored dots called pixels. The pictures which one is shown on screen is in the form of pixel. Okay, next one will discuss about the printer. These are the devices that deliver information by means of printed characters on paper. We can get the printout. So the different types of printers are there, will not go in details. Okay, so but you remember only it is one type of common output device. Another common output device or popular devices are, that is speaker. Another one is speaker. So it receives the sound in the form of electric current from the sound card and then convert it to sound format audible to user. Okay, so this is the this is another device that is called speaker. So now we'll discuss about the central processing unit. In central processing unit, we can say it is the brain of computer. The first division is ALU and second one is CU and third one is, that is, registers. So first we'll discuss about ALU, or we can say that is arithmetic logic unit. ALU performs all the 4 arithmetic operations, that is plus sign, minus sign, into sign and division signs. Already I have shown you on the screen. And logical operators just like less than, greater than, equal sign, less than equal to, greater than equal to and not equal to. These operations can be performed. When 2 numbers are required to be added, these numbers are sent from memory to ALU, where addition takes place and the result is put back in the memory. In the same way, okay, in the same way, other arithmetic operations are performed through ALU only. For logical operations also, the numbers to be compared are sent from memory to ALU, where the comparison takes place and the result is returned to the memory. Remember one thing, the result of the logical operator is either true or false. The output is coming at true or false. Next we will discuss about CU, or we can say it is a control unit. It acts as a supervisor by controlling and guiding the operation take place. We can say it controls and guides the interpretations, flow and manipulations of all the data and informations. The CU, it sends control signals units until the required operations are done properly by ALU and memory. Another important functions of CU is program executions, that is carrying out all the instructions shown in the programs. Next we'll discuss a register. These are small units of data holding place. CPU uses register to temporarily hold some important processing information during the time the processing is taking place. So it is a special units of holding places, data holding places. Next we'll continue. Next we'll continue the storage unit and memory unit also. Hope you understood, students. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.